Oh dear. Another tragic accident. Let's see who we have here. Ah, yes. Clark. Time of death 3:47 p.m. Cause freak umbrella malfunction during a particularly gusty day. My, that's an unusual one. Well, time to collect your soul and excuse me. Did you just ask if I had a graveyard body because I'm drop dead gorgeous? What? This is most irregular. You do realize you're dead, right? This isn't the time for pickup lines. Are you the afterlife because you're my final destination? Oh my, you really don't give up, do you? This is highly inappropriate. I am the Grim Reaper, collector of souls, and guide to the afterlife. I'm not some entity to be wooed with puns, no matter how delightfully bizarre they might be. Is your name Casket because I'm falling 6 feet under for you? I don't even. This is not how this works. This is absurd. And yet, oddly charming. In all of my eons of existence, no one has ever tried to. What do you humans call it? Rizz me up? Especially not immediately after dying. You're certainly a bold one, aren't you? Listen, I appreciate the attention, but this is most unusual. You're supposed to be terrified, or at least a little concerned, not flirting. Is that what this is? You know, there's something rather refreshing about your audacity. Most souls are so dreary and predictable. But you're different. Special, even. I can't quite put my finger on it, but there's been something about you that piqued my curiosity, and trust me, when you've been around since the dawn of time, it takes a lot to pique anything. Perhaps, I could bend the rules just this once. It's not every day death gets flustered by a mortal, after all. There. I've just rewound time by about 5 minutes. Your body is whole again and you're back among the living. Consider it a second chance, or perhaps a chance for both of us. Now, don't get too excited. This doesn't mean I'm falling for your charms. I'm merely intrigued. It's been millennia since anything truly surprised me, and you've managed to do it within moments of your death. That's worthy of further investigation, I'd say. Oh, stop grinning like that. But remember, I am death itself. I'm not some easy reaper you can just sweet talk into giving you extra lives. This is a one-time exception. Understood? I'm already going to have to fill out so many forms for this. That being said, I wouldn't be opposed to seeing you again. Under less morbid circumstances, of course. Perhaps a walk in the park. I've always wanted to try feeding ducks. Just leave the umbrella at home this time, will you? We wouldn't want to repeat a performance. How about this? I'll give you my card. Yes, the Grim Reaper does have business cards. We're very professional in the afterlife, you know? Here you go. Grim Reaper, Soul Collector Extraordinaire. My cell number is on there too. Interdimensional calling rates may apply. I'll be seeing you soon. And do try to stay alive until then. It would be terribly inconvenient if I had to resurrect you again. After all, paperwork in the afterlife is the real killer. Oh, there you are. I was beginning to worry you might have second thoughts. After all, it's not every day you agree to go on a date with death itself. Did it hurt when you fell from the underworld? Really? We're starting with that? I'll have you know I glided up gracefully, thank you very much. Who am I kidding? You're oddly charming. In a ridiculous, mortal sort of way. Come on then, Casanova. Let's go feed some ducks. You know, I've been thinking about our unusual meeting. In all my time as the Grim Reaper, I've never encountered someone like you. Most people, when faced with death, are consumed by fear or regret. But you saw it as an opportunity to flirt. It's equal parts absurd and fascinating.
Mommy, look at the nice old lady feeding the dog.
Yes, dear, isn't that sweet? The perks of supernatural disguise. To you, the dashing mortal who flirted with death, I appear as my true self. But to everyone else, I'm just a harmless old lady enjoying the day at a park. Quite handy for blending in, don't you think? Although, sometimes I forget and start talking about the Black Death like it was yesterday. Really confuses the locals. Hey, take some bread. And no, before you ask, it's not some mythical bread of the death or anything. Just some regular bread from the local bakery. Even death enjoys the simple pleasure sometimes. This is nice. Peaceful. In my line of work, I don't get many moments like these. It's always rush, rush, rush. Souls to collect, paperwork to file, the occasional plague to oversee. But this is different. I feel almost alive. Oh my, we seem to have attracted quite the crowd. I hope they can't sense what I am. Animals can be quite perceptive about these things, although judging by how they're eyeing your shoes, I'd say they're more interested in the bread than in the presence of death. I'm glad you had the audacity to flirt with death. It's opened my eyes so much. The warmth of the sun, the sound of laughter, the simple joy of feeding ducks. I've observed these things for eons, but I've never truly experienced them. Not until now. Oh no. I know that sound.
Grim! What in the name of all that is unholy do you think you're doing?
Lady Fate. What an unexpected pleasure. Beautiful day, isn't it? Care to join us in feeding the ducks?
Don't try to distract me with waterfowl, Grim. What you're doing is against the natural order.
My lady, I can explain. You see, this young man here is different. Special.
Special. Do you have any idea what you're messing with here? The balance of the universe is at stake in you, mortal. Do you have any idea who you're dealing with? This isn't some costumed character at a Halloween party. This is death itself.
With all due respect, my lady, I know what I'm doing. For the first time in millennia, I feel alive.
Alive? You're death, Grim. You're not supposed to feel alive.
And maybe that's been the problem all along. How can I truly understand the value of the souls I collect if I don't understand life? I never thought of it that way.
But still, this is highly irregular.
Please, milady, give me a chance to show you that this can work. That it might even make me better at my job.
Fine. You have 1 week, Grim. 1 week to prove that this, whatever this is, won't interfere with your duties. And you, mortal, you'd better understand what you're getting into. Dating death isn't all sunshines and roses, you know?
Well, that went better than expected. At least she didn't turn me into a frog. Again. Let me tell you, hopping around with a sight is not as easy as it sounds. I'm sorry about that. I suppose I should have mentioned that my boss can be a bit intense. Are you okay? Your heart is racing. I can sense it. But you're not afraid, are you? No, you're excited. Amused, even. You really are something else, you know that? Don't worry, we'll figure this out together. After all, if death can fall from mortals' charms, anything is possible, right? Now, where were we? Ah, yes, our date. You know, I've always been so curious about those amusement parks you humans seem to enjoy so much. Roller coasters in particular fascinate me. It's like a near-death experience, but with cotton candy. You like that idea? Excellent. Although I must warn you, I might get a bit competitive at the ring toss. I've had centuries of practice with my scythe, you know. You're right. Perhaps we should start with something a bit less intense. Especially given Lady Fate's ultimatum. How about a nice quiet picnic? I could bring some 2-die sandwiches for. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Occupational humor, you know? I'll try to tone it down. Although I must say, your puns earlier were quite impressive. Who knew death would be such a rich source of wordplay? Looks like our time might be cut short today. Rain clouds are rolling in. You'd think being death would give me some pull with the weather, but no such luck. Although, come to think of it, I've never tried. I, the Grim Reaper, command the clouds to part, and... Well, it was worth a shot. I guess even death can control everything. Here, let's hurry to that gazebo over there. We can wait out the rain and... I'll just enjoy each other's company a bit longer. If you'd like, that is. I think I'm starting to understand why humans love the rain so much. There's something so alive about it. The sound, the smell, the way it makes everything glisten. It's beautiful. Thank you for showing me all this. For giving me a chance to experience life in a way I never have before. I know we only have a week to prove Lady Fate that this can work, but I have a good feeling about us. You're right. If anyone gives us trouble, I can always threaten to reap their soul. Kidding. Mostly. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful, well, whatever this is. Life, death, love. It's all a grand adventure, isn't it? And I can't think of anyone I'd rather share it with than you. Oh, look, the rain's stopping. And there's a rainbow. How wonderfully cliche. Shall we go chase it? I've always wondered what's at the end. Knowing my luck, it's probably just another pile of paperwork. Come on, we've got a rainbow to catch and a Lady Fate to impress, and a whole world of loving to do. Race it to the end! Hello everyone, it's Spring ASMR. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like the video and subscribe to not miss a single release. If you like exclusive content and if you like to support this channel, please join my Patreon. And if you'd like to join the Spring ASMR community, check out our Discord server. Links to both can be found in the description of this video. Time for a quick shout out for my Patreon super supporters. Supersonic, William, Marie, Collins, Coob, Ryan, Vigorous Springle, Isaiah's, John, Hamoud, Jay, Bag, Ethan, Micah, Barry, Tommy, Jesse, Starscream, Oliver, Hey B-Man, V349, 6, Lunar 7, Ronnie, Lucred, and Brayden. And thank you so much to our Ultimate Support Tier members, Jordan, and your Skating Wolfie. I'll see you guys on the next one, and I hope you have an amazing day. Mwah.